What is going on, tribe, and welcome back to another Galaxy of Heroes video with your bald-headed boy, Scribble. That's right, it's Monday morning and we're about to have a horrendous Galactic challenge. Let's do this, baby. Today we find ourselves on Malachor facing off against JML. God, they've given us a GL. They've given us a GL to deal with a Gungan factioned Galactic challenge. So I'm sorry to say, everybody here that does not have their Jar Jar, you can kiss that sweet red box goodbye. This is not for you. You have not passed the vibe check of CG's credit card requirements. You haven't got Jar Jar, therefore no red box for you. I'm sorry. We will get some stuff done though. Global modifier is Drain Essence. Essentially, there is a ability that the leader can use on your team to take a bonus turn. He saps away max health and max protection from all of his allies and gives yourself a bunch of additional offense. 5% per ally that's effective this way, and then you take a bonus turn. So it's kind of like, oh look, we're going to just weaken all our allies, and then we're going to gain a maximum of 20% offense. Now, don't get me wrong, that is a lot of offense. It's just, it doesn't feel massively useful most of the time here. The player modifier is Globe of Peace. This is for our wonderful Gungans. Now, you can certainly try and go in with 4 Gungans, but it's not going to give you the feat, unfortunately. So most of people are not going to gain this benefit here. The enemy has got Humble Strikes. This is just fantastic. Like, you know, they're going to gain advantage and ramping crit damage, essentially, throughout the battle, whenever they have buffs that are dispelled. It's fantastic. It's great. What are the feats, that we need to do? We need to win with Gungans, of course, and we need to win after evading 10 attacks, and we need to complete the battle without losing a unit. Pretty tricky, all in all, guys, pretty tricky. So I'm going to go over Gungans first, obviously, because that's what the feats require. I'm sorry. So yeah, all you do is you grab your Relic 9 Jar Jar with your Relic 8 Gungans, and you go in. I'm sorry. Alrighty, so here we are. I'm going to start by throwing out the big boomers because we want to get this plasma residue nonsense out there. They are going to do lots of really horrible things to you, and they're going to mark down the shield generator. If that happens with your Gungans, Gungans are not by any means are not guaranteed to win this. I'll show you now. Like we'll go in, we'll use our motorboating experiences. I can't ignore taunts, so we're just going to, I guess we'll just call in our goodbye Boomadeer over here, and we're probably systematically going to get wrecked. Now, I probably could have done a basic there to try and get Death Mark on the weakest ally or something like that, but really it doesn't particularly matter when you've lost your shield generator quite so early. It's a little bit unfortunate if Darth Revan does his whole targeting direct focus on the shield generator before you get a single turn, because the enemy just has so much speed and damage output. It's a little bit upsetting. So we'll just wait for this, and eventually we start losing units. So alrighty, so we actually managed to start that opener, and JML did not use Efflux, which is crazy because he almost always uses Efflux at the start. So if you get lucky and he doesn't, and all the better. Now, we are going to get a little bit Shrek-arenoed over here, but that's okay. Let's see. I'm going to ignore the taunt here, and I'm going to target down Jedi Knight Revan, calling in Boss Nass so he can just call in an extra random person to assist. Oh, that's quite nice. Unfortunately, they did have the old tenacity up, so we couldn't land the direct focus. The marked, apologies. Yeah, let's get rid of the debuffs on our team, I think. And use the shield generator ability. Let's roll out some balls over here. And yeah, let's go ahead and pass it back over to our good boy Tarples. We like Tarples. Tarples is good people. And trigger that stagger. You want to try and get rid of Jedi Knight Revan as soon as possible so that they can't just, use the direct focus and ignore taunts and, do all of that naughty business that they happen to do. Okay, so we are actually going to get a mass assist here, so let's go ahead and use this ability. Booyah, get a bunch of frustration, mass assist, lovely jubbly, throw some balls. Love throwing balls around the place. More shield generator shenaniganry. Come on, I would like, if at all possible, to get rid of that Jedi Knight Revan. Can we do it? Can we do it in Huggies? Throwing out some balls. We've got the death mark on JML, which basically does nothing. He's already taunting, but as well as... that daze is the issue there. The fact that we've got daze on Tarples is what's stopping us from getting our turns with him. So that gas, over there, causing us untold issues. Untold issues. Right, let's roll out some balls. There goes Jedi Knight Revan. Yeah, let's roll out some more balls. Beautiful. Shield generator pulse. Now, I'm going to try and throw out some of these and hopefully get... Oh, well, no, that's okay. That is okay. Let's get some frustration out on the field. Or try to get some frustration out on the field. And then I'm going to swap the turn over to Tarpals. You can see how this is actually still really tricky, even though we've got like really strong Gungans. It's very easy to actually fail this. Very easy indeed. Okay, so now we can try and just, hold out as much as possible. We can try and, keep JML going. And hope for some evades. But ultimately, guys, it's kind of sucky. I'll be honest. Even with good Gungans, this GC sucks. So there are options to you. Obviously, if you don't have Gungans, you can never get that red box. So if you want to try and at least get the complete on the 10th tier, we've got some solutions, but they're not with particularly easily accessible teams. I'm very, very sorry. So we'll just motorboat our way. And JML is just a very tanky individual as well. Come on, then. Let's be having you. Come on, JML. It's time to go. It's time to go. Give it up, JML. He's only Relic 7, but it feels like he's Relic 79. There we go. We threw our balls in his face and he's dead. That's how it's done. So if you don't have Gungans and you still want to get some of the feats done, I hate to say this, guys. I really hate to say this. But Reaver can get basically everything done. Except for Gungans, because this team is about as far away from Gungans as you could possibly be. Yeah, it just is. So the reason Inquisitors do so well is because, for one, we can interrupt JML at the start. That's super valuable. Two, we have sources of foresight and blinds that they can't really resist. There's one deflection already. So we start off with the AoE to put some ability blocks out on the field. After that, what we're going to do is... Ooh, I think we'll actually... We could use this for the foresight, which might be useful, but I'm actually just going to strip away the taunt for the start. It's not going to matter because he's just going to immediately taunt again. And then I think I'll get the damage immunity over here on 5th Brother. And we need to get the heal immunity, the locked heal immunity. So the only way you'll get the locked heal immunity is if you use this when you have full health, I believe. If all enemies at least once take a purge, inflict defense down, and heal immunity for 2 turns, which can't be dispelled, evaded, resist. Yeah. Sorry, they just need to have stacks of purge. So use this. You need to get that locked heal immunity on JML. If you do not get the locked heal immunity on JML, the problem is when you won't be able to circumvent his taunt. So when you kill him, you do not want him reviving to full health when Jedi Knight Revan's savior mechanic kicks in. So you do want to get this foresight going because that's going to give you the ability to evade some attacks. Let's get rid of some of these buffs and let's keep working in on JML. Keep working in on JML. Isn't that wonderful? Getting some dodges. Oh, 7th Sister with the dodges. More AoE dodges and dodges. Isn't that wonderful? And then we can just shred JML here. Boop. And now he is unable to recover, so we can just get rid of him. Isn't that great? That's wonderful. Now we'll just get rid of Jedi Knight Revan, because don't like his face. And then you want to get rid of Gas, because Gas sucks. I mean, you could leave Gas as the person alive if you want to try and farm some of the foresight. But realistically speaking, should be able to just get out of there. And that should get you all of them. You might have to drag it out a little bit further, and I appreciate that most people don't actually have Reaver. But as long as you get that heal immunity on JML, you'll be able to clear through pretty quickly. Okay, so that's not the only solution for something like that, though. There are some other options. For you wonderful folks that don't have Gungans, I'd recommend going in at like tier 9 and taking in Jabba the Hutt. So, tier 9 versus JML using Jabba the Hutt. We're going to get the thermal detonators. You want to get rid of Revan super quickly. So you got to hope for some good thermal detonators to land out the gate. And we didn't really get very good thermal detonators, unfortunately. Let's pass the turn back over to Jabba. Lovely jubbly. And mass assist on Revan, because we want to try to get rid of him very quickly. Of course, Bausch over there being really helpful to us. Yeah, I'm going to use the event special ability here just to get back-to-back turns. That Revan is definitely cooked. So what am I going to do now? I am going to just basic over here on JML to get the blind on him. And then we're going to blow up Revan. Great. Next up. Oh, definitely get that disarm on JML to stop him doing so much damage. Now we want to try and get rid of the likes of gas and... Oh, hold on. Does he... He's not blind at the moment. You want to try and always keep blind on that JML. Without blind on him, he just becomes a complete nightmare. He becomes almost unmanageable. Let's kick JML in the face. You don't actually want to do too much damage to him, truth be told. Because you want to keep him alive so that you can farm those deflections there. Alright, let's keep the taunt up. And we're just going to eat Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker. Don't like his face. Eat him away. Just a basic over here. Now, I don't want to deal too much damage to him, of course. We do want to keep him alive so that we can farm him. Embo, will you stop critting, mate? Let's see, has he got blind at the minute? He does not got blind at the minute, so let's blind him. Or he could just resist it, I guess. He could just resist it. I think he's got an F-Lux coming up, so... Let's get that blind on him. There we go, he's blinded. Blinded by the lights. Let's go after Luke. Luke, gas, sorry. Yeah, it's just basic. And basic. He's blinded right now, so I think we should be okay. Yep. Thermal detonators out on gas. Booyah! There's another 5 deflections. So that should be it. That should be deflections done and dusted. Now you can just finish it off. Just totally finish it off now. Ooh. Ultimate. Why not? Nom 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 nom. And then we can just put this on auto. Now, obviously, this is at tier 9. You can actually do this at tier 10. It just depends on how well the RNG treats you. Be my guest to keep trying. I'm not going to be angry with you if you do. Apart from that, if you're just looking to get the win on the highest tier, you can actually go in with, like, C Bane, or you can go in with C, JML, Malak, Wat Temple, not JML, Hermit Yoda, Wat Temple, all that sort of business to try and get that win done, if that's all you're looking for, the win at the highest tier. We're going to link JML, and I'm probably going to link... Ooh, who do I want to link? I'll probably link Gas here. Get JML and Gas linked. That is going to decrease their damage output, of course. And also we're going to strip away all of their protection. Now, I won't be surprised if we just lose Bane real quick. Let's actually just do a big hit over here. Try and recover a little bit. And what am I looking to do here? I mean, we could use the event special ability to just soup up our C. But I think I'll just go all in on Jedi Knight Revan at the start. I mean, it's not like they could attack anybody else there, so... The great thing about using C in this as well is you can actually go in with a full team and just abuse the leadership mechanic to cycle through his team super quickly. Bane with the old sucky suck. And then we can just blow up the board. C just does very well against JML. Now, like I said, you don't need Bane to make this happen. I just happened to use Bane because I wanted to. If you don't have Bane, you can go in with, like I said, JML, Hermit Yoda. You could take in something like GBA or any sort of really tanky unit and throw in maybe Armorer to get the armor tech out. And you'll be absolutely laughing. Absolutely laughing. I mean, we could use this ability, but I don't really want to weaken my Bane. I want to keep my Bane alive if at all possible. Because that will get some of the feats done at the very least. Uh-oh. He's gone. Come on then. Let's finish off this JML. Oh, that's a real pity. Losing Bane right at the end there. Right at the end, right before we finished off that JML. It's okay, though. You can certainly get it done. You can certainly get it done. Sweet. Okay, that's going to about do it for this horrendous Galactic challenge, guys. Not a great way to start your Monday. I know if I did help you at least a little bit, please leave a like. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. And a huge shout out to my wonderful patrons that support me in my endeavors and keep me sane. Thank you guys so very much. I'll see you all in the very next video. Peace out, and may the Force be with you.